Right now at 9, crash at Quick Trip. La Crosse police on what led up to the Northside incident. And countdown to New Year's, the popular event giving La Crosse kids a chance at some New Year festivities. Plus, a fireworks frenzy from the La Crosse Skyrockers. Why tonight's renewal of a local tradition will offer a little something different.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching an early version of News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. A man is in La Crosse custody after crashing his car at a Quick Trip. Police say 25-year-old Andrew Hermes lost control of his vehicle, hitting a gas pump at the Northside Quick Trip on George Street. He was allegedly fleeing from police after driving at a high rate of speed. He sustained non-life-threatening injuries in the crash and was arrested on OWI charges. Fireworks lit up the sky over La Crosse earlier tonight, and they're not done yet. News 8 Now's Jadius McGee joins us live in La Crosse with what's still ahead as the city counts down to New Year's. Jadius.
Yeah, Ken, one show is already in the books, but volunteers are gearing up for the final countdown. The early New Year's Eve fireworks show wrapped up just after 6, giving families a chance to celebrate before bedtime. But the volunteers behind the scenes say they still have some tricks up their sleeves for the midnight show.
I think we got some different shells. I bought and picked out some different stuff that I've never seen before, so I'm guessing if I haven't seen it, the public probably hasn't seen it yet.
The Skyrockers are a volunteer-run nonprofit, and many say the long and cold hours are worth it once the sky lights up.
There's no better way to start the new year than up on the bluff here with some good friends, and you know, it's a lot of work, but it always pays off.
As crews reset for the midnight show, volunteers say it isn't about just fireworks. It's about starting the new year together, side by side.
Myself and a lot of our team members, one of the nicest things about it is that we start the year on a good foot. I don't have to make a whole lot of New Year's resolutions because I'm up here and I start my year helping the community, and it definitely is a good way to start the new year.
Now, we will be live streaming that final fireworks show for our midnight show on our digital platforms later tonight. But until then, Happy New Year's. Reporting in La Crosse, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Jadius. Happy New Year. All right, well, the end of 2025 treated us to a little bit of snowfall and some cold temperatures. What does early 2026 have in store, Greg?
Well, we're back to cold. We're not going to be in colds like we were for Christmas when we were in 30s and near 40. We have some light snow also returning too, but for tonight and tomorrow morning, it's the cold and the wind chill. Right now, we're already back down in the single digits. Eau Claire, La Crosse, Winona are 12. There's a wind chill at all 3 locations, basically sub-zero right now as skies clear out. As you look at their current conditions, a lot of clear skies to the north. You have some few clouds further south. You go towards Basketball, Vokes Field, but all in all, you are seeing the clearing trend as we look at the apparent temperatures of the wind chill, a lot of sub-zero, even getting close to 10 below at Ladysmith. To give you an idea of what we're going to be experiencing all throughout the night too is those wind chills. Bigger story for the snow for tomorrow. That's a weak system up just north of North Dakota and Canada that's going to dive quickly southeast, so that'll be something to keep a note for the morning hour. Otherwise, if you look at that, the snow comes in about 10 a.m. for La Crosse. It starts picking up a little bit earlier for Eau Claire, probably around 7 to 8. Light snow, but look at the temperatures when it's snowing, 2 to 5 degrees. So it's going to be more of a fluffier, lighter snow than we've had for today and previous. So we'll time that out more, and then we have some cold temps continue, but we also have a lot of 20s and a lot of 30s also in the forecast too. So we'll break all that down a bit later.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg. Well, in La Crosse, the Children's Museum got an early start to some New Year celebrations. They rang in the noon year. Kids gathered around a balloon as it dropped as the clock counted down to noon today. Organizers say the event offers a way for kids to experience the excitement of New Year's without staying up late.
We're already over several hundred kids already here to celebrate the countdown to noon, right? So when the clock hits noon, we drop the balloons, the bubble wrap gets unleashed, and the kids get to have a good time.
Organizers say this is one of the busiest events at the museum each and every year. Well, the Rivoli Arts District also hosting a New Year's celebration. Their bash at the Rivoli started with a pajama dance party before everyone sat down to watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And after the movie, they dropped a New Year's Eve ball.
Really, it's for anyone who wants to come down and have a good time, party, celebrate the new year without staying up so late.
Every ticket included one free drink and food item. And tonight's the final night of the 31st annual Rotary Lights display at Riverside Park. This year, over 3 million lights were put up. Organizers say the turnout this year was good despite harsh weather conditions on multiple Saturdays, which is usually their busiest night. If they get another good night, they expect to pass 14,000 hot chocolates sold on the season.
This has really become a community icon down here, and so many people take ownership of it, which we really like. The businesses that helped with the sponsors, you know, all the restaurants that feed our volunteers and stuff like that. I'm not sure there's another community out there that could do this.
Those lights will stay open tonight until 11 o'clock, but due to weather conditions, the carriage rides are canceled. 2025 held plenty of changes for La Crosse. The city saw a change in leadership with Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey and new city council members taking office in April. City leaders faced a number of tough decisions, including the closure of Burns and Cameron parks due to an uptick in unsafe behaviors. City officials also decided on budget cuts for next year, including the closure of the Northside Pool and Library. However, some residents in town hope the new year will bring some positive change.
I'd like to see more businesses going. It's kind of sad to see, you know, for lease and so many storefront buildings.
I hope they fix the local roads. That'd be nice. Aside from that, I would say, you know, continue trying to lower housing affordability.
Heading into 2026, larger questions for the city include whether to add the city administrator position and the plan to reopen Cameron Park. Coming up tonight, doubts over daycare in Minnesota. Our Minneapolis affiliate fact checks after a viral video spurs a federal funding freeze. Plus, as we close the book on 2025, we'll take a look back at the highs and lows of the year we've had.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Expect nothing less than exceptional amenities. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Well, some fallout for families in Minnesota. The Trump administration has paused federal assistance to child care centers as it investigates fraud claims. About $185 million in federal money is now frozen after YouTuber Nick Shirley claimed he found dozens of empty daycares and clinics scamming taxpayers. CBS News visited and reviewed the daycares mentioned in the video. One had a playground, another shared security footage showing kids getting picked up and dropped off on the same day Shirley arrived. Several daycares were cited for safety violations, but state regulators found no evidence of fraud. Now, some advocates say a funding freeze will harm innocent low-income families, while top officials say the freeze is a necessary step.
Over 20,000 children in over 4,000 programs across our state will lose access to child care and early learning.
We believe the state of Minnesota has allowed scammers and fake daycares to siphon millions of taxpayer dollars over the past decade.
There are 14 social programs supported by Medicaid in Minnesota currently under investigation by both state and federal officials, but child care is not one of them. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison has threatened to sue the Trump administration to ensure that child care funding does not stop. 2025 got off to a tragic start with a deadly New Year's Day terror attack in New Orleans. Just about a week later, catastrophic wildfires devastated Los Angeles. As Bradley Blackburn shows us, that was only the start of news stories that made national headlines this year.
Deadly flash flooding in central Texas killed more than 130 people in July, including 27 young campers and counselors at an all-girls Christian camp.
When I think about the trauma and fear that our girls endured, it makes me physically ill.
Wildfires in Los Angeles and neighboring areas burned for weeks in January, causing dozens of deaths and massive destruction.
We never imagined something like this happening, wiping out our entire community.
Wildfires during the summer destroyed historic buildings at the Grand Canyon.
Let's roll, let's roll.
A pickup truck plowed into a crowd of revelers in New Orleans on New Year's Day, killing 14 people in what the FBI said was a deadly terror attack committed by an Army veteran.
He was 100% inspired by ISIS.
A gunman opened fire at a Midtown Manhattan office building where the NFL is headquartered, killing 4, including a police officer. 2 Catholic school children were killed in a shooting at their church in Minneapolis.
Calls from Brown University, they're reporting an active shooter.
Police linked a gunman who killed 2 Brown University students during final exams to the murder of an MIT professor. A young couple who worked for the Israeli embassy was gunned down, leaving the Capitol Jewish Museum, and an Egyptian national firebombed a pro-Israel demonstration in Boulder, Colorado.
Also, a helicopter and the plane crashed in the river.
In January, a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter and American Eagle regional jet collided over the Potomac River near Reagan National Airport, killing 67 people. In November, a UPS cargo plane crashed shortly after takeoff in Louisville, Kentucky, killing 15 people. 10 inmates who escaped from the Orleans Parish Prison were all eventually recaptured after months on the run. Brian Koberger accepted a plea deal in exchange for life in prison for the 2022 murders of 4 University of Idaho students.
You're a delusional, pathetic, hypochondriac loser.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to 50 months behind bars after being convicted of prostitution charges, but he was acquitted of more serious charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking.
These defendants.
The FBI announced the arrests of dozens of people, including current NBA players and a coach, in connection to investigations into alleged betting and poker schemes. It took him 11 years, but Rory McIlroy finally completed golf's Grand Slam when he won the Masters in April, becoming only the 6th player to do it. In hockey, the Washington Capitals' Alex Ovechkin broke Wayne Gretzky's NHL record for most career goals scored.
Splashdown, Crew 9, back on Earth.
Astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams finally made it home after their 8-day mission in space turned into 9 months. And finally, Dictionary.com's word of the year is 6'7". It doesn't seem to mean anything, but that didn't stop kids and teens from making it 2025's viral sensation. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Still to come tonight, a look at New Year's Eve traditions of the past, just how long people have celebrated a fresh start to a new year.
Unlike Christmas, New Year's is going to be a cold, and we have some more snow to start the new year, but we do have some milder temperatures in the forecast. We'll break all that down coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to Skyrizi, I'm free to bare my skin. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were 100% plaque-free. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say, new year, new you. And right now, King Furniture is overstocked with the latest styles in bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, sofas, recliners, sectionals, and more. King has the largest selection of Lazy Boy furniture in the Coulee region and an incredible variety of custom options to create that perfect look. And where else will you find free delivery, free haul away, and 12 months no interest payments? It's only at the King Furniture New Year's sale going on now.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The practice of ringing in the new year dates back to at least 2000 BC. The earliest known celebrations were in Mesopotamia. Different cultures have used different dates over the millennia. The early Romans used March 1st as the New Year's Day, while other cultures used the autumn equinox or the winter solstice. In 1582, the Roman Catholic Church adopted the Gregorian calendar, which marks January 1st as the new year. Well, it looks like we're in store for some conventional winter cold to ring in 2026, but we also might get a bit more of a mild spell as we head later into January. Let's get all the details from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, we certainly are going to start off the year totally different than we were for Christmas with all the 30s, even 40s, foggy conditions, very mild conditions. We're going to be quite cold, but it's going to be last just for a couple days. And really, the pattern is because as California's getting this system right now that's turning up all the moisture onshore there, we got flow that's now coming up and now diving southeastward, sort of. So that allows more cold air to filter into the area. We do have a snowpack now in place, so it sets it up. The good thing is this is not going to stick around too much long, really. We're going to be seeing seasonal temps by the weekend and milder temperatures, probably 30s as we get towards next week. But you can see the one system that we're watching right now, the one that can provide snow, is just up there. It's just a little bit of a weak system that's diving southeastward. These typically bring a little bit of snow like we saw today, not in the way of too much accumulation, but this time it's going to be a little different than we had today because the temperatures are going to be much colder, so more of a kind of a light, fluffier type of snowfall. The wind chills overnight, once again, we'll see 10 to 15 below. We've already seen that in some locations, but the winds will die off a little bit towards the morning hour, so the wind chill will be occasional, but still sub-zero as you wake up. The snow will start arriving probably by this time as we see those wind chills remain around 0 to 5 degrees above throughout the morning. Now, as the precipitation starts arriving, you see it diving southeast towards the Twin Cities after 6. By the time we get to about 7, 8, probably it'll clear. We'll start seeing the snow. And the trend with this snowfall as it continues to push southeast is staying east of the river. So the further west you go, the more unlikely you're going to see much in the way of snow, just clouds and a few flurries. But La Crosse, you'll start seeing that between about 9 to 10. But you notice we're right on the edge right now for getting some light snow. So accumulation won't be that significant. But we will see some snow all the way through probably about the noon hour before it starts pushing east and then kind of breaking up and then some lingering flurries throughout the afternoon. In fact, we might get a little bit of partial clearing towards the evening hour, as you can see from northwest to southwest. So dry conditions for the evening hour with a little bit of clearing. Overall, for the high temperatures for tomorrow, more in the teens. Once again, that's quite a bit of a difference. We're now below average. As we go with the snowfall, maybe 1 inch potential. There could be a few areas 2. This has continued to shift more northeast over the time as you get further south and west. La Crosse, maybe a 10 to about a half. Further west, probably not much of anything with this. Friday, we're going to continue with the cold temperatures, maybe a few degrees warmer than we saw for Thursday, but all in all, cold, but with the big difference, we'll have a little bit more sunshine on Friday, so all in all, not quite a bad day. And if you're looking at Saturday, going into Saturday, it's actually getting better here. We're seeing overnight lows now staying up into the teens or single digits, and that means we're going to see a little bit warmer conditions Saturday. Not quite average, but getting fairly close for a lot of areas too. There is a little bit of another chance coming into Saturday as the system pushes through. We might see a little bit of shower activity Friday night through Saturday. The best shot would be further north and east. Amounts would be fairly light with the system once again, but that threat exists out there. And as I said, we do have even 30s next week, mid to upper 30s, so we're definitely going to warm back up. And for the most part, fairly quiet too. Several weak things may come through, but other than cloud cover and maybe a few showers here and there, it's a fairly quiet pattern until we maybe get to the end of next week.
Yeah, not a rough start to January, it
no,
looks like.
just a cold few days, and then we'll kind of bounce right back up.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, digging up for some help. The Packers add to a banged-up secondary. Plus, this week's Play of the Week nominees are in. Cade's got all 5 next.
Get up to an extra 15% off plus free shipping. The giant New Year's Day sale at Home Furniture.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red? Making customers happy. That's my favorite tradition.
Like my sweater.
Mm-hmm. Get 0 down, 0% financing, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus $2,000 bonus cash on Explorer. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
We've got one more week in the NFL regular season, but the Green Bay Packers are still signing a few players to help with their postseason run. It was announced today that the Packers picked up former Cowboys quarterback Trayvon Diggs off the waivers. Diggs was waived by Dallas yesterday and will come to Green Bay to help give the secondary some help. Both Nate Hobbs and Zane Anderson have been placed on injury reserve, so the Packers defensive backs need some more guys. Green Bay also signed quarterback Desmond Ridder to their practice squad. Jordan Love is still in concussion protocol, and Malik Willis battling a shoulder injury as his status is still unclear. All right, it's Wednesday, and we had some great action over Christmas break, so let's do our plays of the week. We've got action from Bi-State Wrestling. Holman's Amy Anderson making history for the Vikings as she became Holman's first ever girls Bi-State champion. The junior dominated the finals, getting a big 15-2 win. We had 2 champions coming on the boys' side, including Martez Sheard of Aquinas. The sophomore was the lower seed going into his championship bout, but he would pick up a 7-2 victory, giving him the first place finish. And our last Bi-State champ came at heavyweight. Tyson Martin, also with the Blue Golds. He picked up a 6-3 win, giving him the crown. Now, Martin broke his arm during the state semifinals last year, but he is back and he is looking great early on in the season. On the basketball court, the Aquinas girls had a huge game against Caledonia. Samantha Davis was having an amazing first half, and with the clock winding down, Liv Dickinson throws up the pass, and Davis with the alley-oop finish just before the buzzer. Davis would have 26 points. Blue Golds are 9-1 on the season. And our last play comes on the ice. The Onalaska Lacrosse Hockey Co-op in overtime against Madison Memorial. But how about Carter Johnson? Gonna find the net for the game winner. How about that? Hilltoppers, they've got a 7-1 start to their season. So those are the options to choose from for the week. Voting will be live shortly after the show. Spread the word, share the posts, whatever you have to do to see your favorite win. The last NBA games of the 2025 season, the Bucks trying to hang on against the Wizards late in the fourth quarter, and Minnesota ends their year falling to the Atlanta Hawks. And we can start the new year off with a day filled with college football playoff quarterfinals. Miami and Ohio State already going at it tonight. Buckeyes down early, but making a late surge. And then tomorrow we've got Sparta native Cole Wisniewski and the Texas Tech Raiders taking on Oregon in the Orange Bowl at 11. Top seed Indiana takes on Alabama in the Rose Bowl at 3 p.m. And Ole Miss and Georgia with a nightcap facing off in the Sugar Bowl at 7 p.m. How about that? A kid from Sparta playing in the college football playoff. I hope he makes some plays, makes a few tackles. But wouldn't it be crazy if he got an interception?
That's what I'm hoping for. A game-sealing interception to take down Oregon. I think the entire Cooley region would go nuts.
Make it happen, Cole. We're rooting for you. All right, that's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans featuring modern kitchens, spacious living areas, and ample storage. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room, scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Most hospital volunteers bring comfort with a kind word or a helping hand, but this one brings a guitar. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla introduces us to a musician healing patients one song at a time.
White coats, medical instruments, and an acoustic guitar? It's not a combination you might expect to see at a cancer center, but not every medical care center has a hospital musician to lift the spirits of patients one song at a time.
I do take requests, like that little boy. We got into John Denver. That was a lot of fun.
Mike Sidoff is part of the Healing Arts Volunteer Program at Gunderson, a place where artists come to share their love of music for the stressed patients and the staff caring for them. And it didn't take long to see that Mike is a pretty popular guy around here.
That's what I did as a studio musician. Is like Here I am again playing.
I haven't seen you the last couple times.
Well, here I am.
Mike is no stranger to playing in public, having performed in venues across the area, but this performance is different. The audience is not here for entertainment, but are seeking medical healing. He hopes that every note he plays is like a prayer of comfort.
As I come out of a weekend playing with people that are leaving their troubles behind and glad to be there, to a place where people aren't really so glad to be here, and they got some big choices to make.
Mike spends much of his time in pediatrics playing music for kids during their treatment.
Some of them are very receptive, and some of them say, go over there. I had one 9-year-old who was kind of like, get out of here. Suddenly, he started singing John Denver for 5 minutes. Took his mind away. And that's what I do.
Mike compares himself to a fly on the wall, just there, a part of the environment, but it's clear he makes a bigger impact than he thinks at this hospital.
Sometimes our staff up in the ICU will request music when they've had a really hard day, or places like our med spec unit, just anywhere where we can offer music like what Mike provides.
If any musician wants to participate in the Healing Arts program, you can fill out a volunteer form on Gunderson's website. We'll have another check of your forecast right after this.
During the New Year's sales event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $400 on select Sealy adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving lacrosse a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
During the New Year's sales event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving lacrosse a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
All right, well, we have snow. It's not kind of showing up on the map here. It should be about 1 to 2 inches in some areas. Most areas will probably see not much than that. Otherwise, the 8-day forecast, we're looking at warmer temperatures as we go towards next week, but it is going to be cold throughout the week through Friday, and then we should see 20s this weekend, 30s next week, and for the most part, kind of a quiet forecast besides the 2 days here that we have cold and some snow. So get out and enjoy it because, you know, it is January. It's the coldest month of the year, so we definitely are going to eventually flip the switch.
Absolutely. I know you're going to be enjoying the outdoors this weekend, right?
Yeah, I got snowboarding.
A little snowboarding.
You got to get that weather like this.
Perfect.
Seize the opportunity.
Yeah.
That'll do it for us tonight. Have a happy new year, everybody.